Molly bit me.
Oh. I don't know if you've seen this. It's a new video. It's just been uploaded to the internet called Charlie Bit My Finger. Let me tell you, it is hysterical. Mercy. Let's take a look at the wrestling headlines, shall we? Adam Cole has stormed off an interview set, and let me tell you, he was effing and jeffing. We've got an update on Tessa Blanchard and the Impact World title belt, and potential NXT UK roster changes are coming. We'll tell you more in a bit. So, Adam Cole's gotten himself in a bit of bother, hasn't he? Yesterday, Adam Cole, former NXT champion, appeared on Pat McAfee's show, and it all kicked off. It ended with Adam Cole storming off the set, shoving a producer. He broke a bit of AV kit as well. Let's tell you what happened. So Pat McAfee's interviewing him, and Pat McAfee says, essentially, the only reason that Adam Cole held the NXT title for so long is because of the help that he received from the Undisputed Era. And then he went on to call Adam Cole, and let me check my notes here, I want to get this right, kind of small. Jesus. And then Adam Cole left in, and he was effing and jeffing, he was swearing at Pat McAfee. In fact, he said, F you, Pat. In fact, we're a PG channel here, I'll do this properly. Frog you, Pat. Seriously, I'm so sick of your sugar. I come the whole way here, take time away from my family to come and do your stupid frogging show, and you're going to continue to disrespect me. Oh! Pat McAfee has since taken to Twitter. And he's released some screenshots of messages between Adam Cole and himself, organising Adam Cole and his involvement on the show. And Adam Cole's like, I don't normally do media, I've not done it in ages, but go on then, I'll do it. So Pat McAfee has written, hindsight is always 20/20, but obviously I regret this DM. I thought a convo between us could have been good content, hashtag for the show, but instead it ended in the most insane way imaginable. He broke a mic, a headset, pushed Ty Schmidt, who's the producer of the show, and stormed out of our office. I've sat here for 20 minutes now trying to figure out what the hell just happened. I obviously never mean to disrespect anybody, but frog that guy. There's no way that's how an adult human should act. I pride our show on being a positive, good time having upbeat show, and he will never be invited back. So, this is almost definitely a work. This is 99.999% a work. But it's being presented as a real thing at the moment, so we will digest it, I guess, in that way. Can we even do that? So they've had a storied history. A few years ago, back in 2018, Pat McAfee actually cost Adam Cole a match in NXT. You can find the footage on YouTube. Aleister Black picking up the win there, thanks to outside interference from Pat McAfee. And also, Pat McAfee and Adam Cole, whenever they're seen together, they're always ribbing on each other. You may have watched their watch-along thing. You know, it's like the live reactions that we do, but not as popular. So they do that, and Pat McAfee is always taking the piss out of Adam Cole, and Adam Cole back to Pat McAfee, and all that good stuff. So there's a very, 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 very slim chance that this is real and they've fallen out, but more realistically, this is a PR grab. A bit of a PR stunt, right, for Pat McAfee's show, and it looks like it's worked because we're talking about it now. And fair play to him. You know what? I like it. I like the blurred lines between reality and kayfabe, because some people are properly questioning this, and the fact that they went to the effort of constructing and writing the DMs before they even did the scuffle and all that shows good pre-production. So good job from me. What does this mean? Maybe Adam Cole is so desperate not to go to the main roster that he's trying to book himself in a feud with anybody that would happen on NXT. That's the only thing I can think of. Either that or he's helping his mate out, which is more probable. But yeah, there you go. Frog in L. Next story. Next up, you may have read reports that Tessa Blanchard, former Impact World Champion, is currently holding that title belt hostage. There were reports earlier this week that she was asking for a huge sum of money. The report stated that it was $150,000 dues. She wanted to send the title back. We've got a bit of an update on that from Fightful Select. And they've stated Tessa Blanchard and Impact Wrestling are on the outs, and reports have emerged suggesting that she demanded a large sum of money to return the title. Her side of things has disputed that and mentioned that not only did Tessa not try to hold up Impact, but that the company only provided an address to send the belt this week. They claim that the title is planned for a safe return. Fightful also say that they're going to reach out to Impact on the matter, but they haven't heard back from them yet. So it's he says, she says, down by the seashore. Couldn't get that out of my mouth there. It's, yeah, you know, who do you believe in this one? Tessa obviously has been very controversial and has been accused of all sorts of stuff, and that there were wrestlers coming out sort of suggesting that they were unsurprised by Tessa's behaviour and the reports that she was holding this belt for ransom, essentially. But, you know, we can't sit here and speculate. It looks like, and this is very, very good because they're not going to have to get a knockoff one made, it looks like the title is going to be returned safely to its rightful owner, Eddie Bloody Edwards. And what a show Slammiversary was. If you've not seen it yet, I'm not going to blab on about Slammiversary for ages, but I think it was really, really... I watched it back last night and... A lot of great moments. Impact very much on the up. Next up, reports are circulating that we may be about to see some changes to NXT UK's roster following an edit on WWE.com, which has just been made in the past day or so. NXT UK, if you're unaware, they're not currently running live shows or anything or in front of closed sets, so none of that. They're just doing best of shows to fill their slot on the WWE network. However, WWE.com have just made this change. They've removed 3 superstars from the NXT UK banner on their shows page on WWE.com. So that's like the portal for all of the weekly shows and the pay-per-view. So it generally goes like pay-per-view, Raw, SmackDown, NXT proper, and then 205 Live, and then all the way down there is NXT UK. So this is just been made. The names that have been removed are Tyler Bate, Trent Seven, and Joe Coffey. It's worth mentioning, of course, that those are 3 wrestlers who were accused of various things as part of the speaking out movement. Joe Coffey was suspended by WWE pending investigation. He is still suspended at the time of recording. Tyler Bate and Trent Seven were not suspended, and various websites, and there's speculation kicking around that Moustache Mountain, Tyler and Trent, may be headed over to NXT proper, full fat NXT soon to sort of beef up their tag team division a little bit. Obviously Imperium are the current champions over there at the moment, but there are rumours circulating that may be the case, just because I guess if it was to do with the speaking out movement, which it very well may be still, they would have probably made those changes a month or so ago, but these are very, very recent changes. Obviously with COVID at the moment, and Tyler and Trent are in the UK, they're probably not going to get out to Florida too soon, but this could be a hint that they are destined for Orlando. Time will tell. They're still listed on the NXT UK roster page at the moment. It hasn't been changed there, but we will keep you updated. And finally, a couple of new bits have been announced for tonight. SmackDown, we're going to run through those really, really quickly for you. First of all, Naomi has been announced for Miz TV, and there's quite an interesting bit of copy on WWE's website. A bit of an interesting teaser here. It says, Naomi set social media aglow last week after her loss to Lacey Evans led many in the WWE universe to back up the exuberant superstar. The sassy Southern Belle gained control of the match by tying Naomi's head to the ropes and then landing a women's right to get the victory. What will Naomi have to say about last week's loss and the reaction from the WWE universe? So this caused a little bit of controversy, actually. Booker T was sounding off on his podcast saying, I wish people wouldn't do hashtags like that, and people get to where they are by their merit and all of that sort of stuff, and it appeared that a few people weren't very happy about those words. And I think it's interesting that they're teasing it in that way, because it looks like now they're gonna they're going to use that perhaps to Naomi's advantage and maybe present her as a bit of an underdog, a bit of a sort of somebody who is underutilized and the fans are really behind her, maybe like a la Daniel Bryan or whatever, you know what I mean? So maybe that's the creative there, or maybe they'll just have Lacey come out and punch her in the face and knock her out. The other stuff announced is Bayley and Sasha Banks. They're going to do a promo. They are set to address the championship landscape following the very controversial, aka stupid, finish at Extreme Rules on Sunday night. It reads here, the women's tag team champions plan to address the blue brand and clear the air on the championship landscape. Bayley and Banks promise to even redefine greatness in the process, as the pair will hold all the gold when they walk into SmackDown. Obviously, Sasha's still got the belt. They've both got two of them. And finally, we, of course, have something to get super excited about. We're going to see Jeff Hardy versus Sheamus in a bar fight. So it looked like it was originally scheduled for Extreme Rules on Sunday. That was canned. Now it's on Friday night. Some are saying that was due to COVID. Maybe that was due to WWE realising that they sort of flubbed the storyline majorly and it's not very good and they want to do it quietly just on TV, get it over with, and hopefully have these two guys move on to bigger and better and less pissy things. I'll be watching it tonight, 1am BST. I can't bloody wait. It's going to be great. YouTube.com/cultaholic/live. See you in a little bit. Bye. Like John Cena.